When it comes to Namibia, they say we are like estimatedly 2.345 million, something like that.
Yeah.
So, now looking at us Namibians with our population, are you happy with the way our population is, or do you wish maybe we were more, or we are good?
Well, we could have more people, but the thing is, we are a very small population, but we're already failing to manage the population that we have. You know, our resources are going to waste. We have a lot of resources in this country, but not many people know what's really going on. So, if there was more people in the country, there would still be all these resources, but there would be more suffering as well. Because already with the resources that we have, not enough people are getting a piece of that pie. So I feel like for now we are fine until we learn how to properly manage this country and run it. Then it can start increasing. Yeah.
Hello, world. My name is Waisai Conrad, and I'm a spiritual musician and as well the founder of AME International, the World Citizenship Mentality Channel. So, yeah, today I'm here in the city center of Windhoek Zoo Park. So, I'm gonna be asking Namibians on what they think of their current population. Like I'm gonna be asking them their opinions. As you know, the advantages that comes with a higher population and lower population, and us Namibian being just around 2.5 million people in here. So I'm gonna be asking them the advantages and disadvantages of those population and what they think of their current population, whether they are happy or they wish they had a bigger population. So stay tuned and let's find out what Namibians will say.
Jane.
And you?
Zambo.
My name is Maria.
My name is Benjamin.
I want to ask you a question like, are you guys aware of the advantages and disadvantages that comes with having a higher population and a lower population? Are you guys aware?
Yeah.
I wouldn't confidently say yeah, but I could have an idea.
Yeah. There's still
Yeah,
room
there's
to
still room
learn.
to learn.
Okay. Like, what are the advantages of having like a higher population? Like, in your case, like,
Well, having a higher population could help with our overall GDP. There's more people in the country. There's more money to flow around, but then also there are disadvantages to that. You know,
can you mention the disadvantages?
there's going to be a higher demand for food, land,
Mm,
and municipal services
mm,
to begin with.
okay.
And yeah,
Okay.
those are
Like,
some.
okay, like when it comes to Africa, do you know the country that has the highest population?
Is it not Nigeria?
Yeah, you are right.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely, it's Nigeria. Okay, now when it comes to Namibia, they say we are like estimatedly 2.345 million, something like that.
Yeah.
So, now looking at us Namibians with our population, are you happy with the way our population is, or do you wish maybe we were more, or we are good?
Well, we could have more people, but the thing is, we are a very small population, but we're already failing to manage the population that we have. You know, our resources are going to waste. We have a lot of resources in this country, but not many people know what's really going on. So, if there was more people in the country, there would still be all these resources, but there would be more suffering as well. Because already with the resources that we have, not enough people are getting a piece of that pie. So I feel like for now we are fine until we learn how to properly manage this country and run it. Then it can start
Okay.
increasing. Yeah.
What about you? You had the question, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I think the population is kind of perfect the way it is. It just needs to be properly managed because I think with the small population we have, it would it would be assumed that it would be easier to manage the population. So I think I wouldn't want it to become more or less than it already is.
Okay. Okay, I know that's good. Sometimes when you like look at like Nigerians or those countries with higher population, sometimes,
Yeah.
uh, like business wise, it gets to be like very easy. You can sell like easily.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And also like if you compare to the numbers of like let's say like a top artist here in Namibia, a musician. If they get a million viewers or even a million and above, we celebrate.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria, that is kind of like low. They get like 100. Yeah, yeah. So, and also one thing, like let's say you are making a show or just making your event. Like the number of people that shows up, sometimes they can be very small. So, like, what is your opinion on that? Concerning like Namibians, like, what would you say about that? Are we good, or don't you think maybe we need to be like a little bit more, maybe, to solve some of those issues.
No, I think when we celebrate those type of things, it's because it can prove that they're like at least half of the country is seeing what you're putting out or what you're organizing. So it's telling on the amount of Namibian supporters there are. So if it was more, then it's even a bigger celebration because it's not only local but it's also international.
Okay.
Yeah.
And do you have any say on that?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think we could do with a little more people because then it would be better exposure. And then when it comes to events like when artists come in, Nasty C, Burner Boy, we don't have to pay 500 for a single ticket because we have a large population and a lot of people coming through. The prices can be reduced significantly. And more people can come, there's more money for everyone. The food stalls that are there are going to benefit, the artists are going to benefit, and the general public, you and I that are going, are going to pay a lower price to enter, and we have more money to spend inside. So it's a win-win.
Okay.
But yeah, that's pretty much all I have for you.
I know. Thanks very much. This was awesome, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
No, thanks. Okay, yeah. So, Maria and Benjamin, I want to ask you like some questions. Like, are you guys aware when it comes to advantages and disadvantages of having a higher population? Are you guys aware of those kind of stuffs?
I think for me, living in a country with a small population, I can give some advantages and disadvantages from my
Okay,
side.
okay. Yeah. Listen. Go ahead.
Maybe okay. The advantages can be something like traffic. We don't have traffic here. Do you guys realize that? Like a lot of countries, like if you probably check like Nigeria, maybe like documentaries or something, they have hella traffic. Even like going to Joburg, like we don't have that type of traffic. Like people actually like take hours. Like they have to wake up. Like I know I had a family member, they're from Angola, and they were telling me that they had to wake up like 4 a.m. to get to work at 8. So I'm like, what? We don't have that. We just get on a drive and we're like, 30 minutes, 20 minutes, and I'm there already. So those are one of the advantages, and as well as space. We have a lot of free space. We have a lot of free land. When people come here, they're like, wow, there's actually like a lot of space here. Just from one town to another town, it's like we have a lot of scenery, space, mountains, you know. Yeah.
So,
Agan,
so like yeah. The question was like whether you were aware of the disadvantages and advantages of having a higher or lower population. Yeah. So like, what's your say?
yeah, this can be there, but we need more population because as much as like she been saying, we ain't got no too much rumors of human trafficking or shit. What we got here on country right now is trafficking. But we never had things like what we got right now is crime. I mean, let me correct myself. But we never had something like trafficking or something. So we need more population, and as much as we get the population, is the much as we get into more things and getting more exposure. So kind of population is good for us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I know that's awesome. So like what do you think? What do you think is a disadvantages like what do you think are the disadvantages of having a smaller population?
Um, I think I would say the only disadvantage that I can think of right now is the fact that we have uh, a, a certain group of people ruling, type. And like if you don't know that certain group of people, or if you cannot get a connection with something, you know, you're not gonna get a job, or you're not gonna have something unless you really put in all your work. But then like a lot of okay, the government really like rules this country, and we don't have a say as people, like yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, like living in Namibia, we have around they say 2.3 million people like that. Yeah. So, like for me, my own perspective, I think we need a little much population. Yeah, because like let's say you are making your event, like you are like for me, I'm an artist as well, kind of like yeah, not kind of like, but I'm an artist. Let's say you are making your event, or maybe you are having a book, you published a book, or you are just selling something. Sometimes business can be very difficult because people are very few.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it can be very, and also like let's say like YouTube. YouTube wise, those things like let's say you're making like local songs, sometimes it can be yeah, it can be kind of like very hard to get viewers, because like if you can compare us, if you can compare like a top artist here in Namibia, comparing to a top artist in Nigeria. Like let's say, yeah, let's say like when we got a million
Yeah.
viewers, we celebrate. But them for them having a million viewers is something that is very small for them. They get like 100
It's a
viewers and so
usual
on. Yeah.
thing.
So like what's your take on that? What can you say about that?
Music definitely does not really get anywhere, or it's not a lot of people that go out here. They are musicians or artists. You paint or whatever, and you become a big artist. You go somewhere far. We don't really get that in Namibia, and I think that also comes with the population. We're not a lot. We have too many different people, different artists, different genres. Not everyone is gonna support that. So yeah, if we had more people, maybe yeah. But I prefer it being like this. I don't mind.
Yeah, but
Okay, okay, that's good. What's your take on that?
yeah, like for me on that point, I would say in terms of more population also, if you look at Namibia and Nigeria, there's a big difference. Like in Nigeria, there's too much terrorism. Like you can hear there was a bombing here, there was a gun shooting where. But
So
here in
so you
Namibia, as
sorry.
much as our population is small, if something is to happen, our officers and the intelligence, they are able to tell what is going to happen, and they track down that before it's too late. You get me? So that's the advantage of a less population. Yeah, but in terms of music and like for bloggers and artists, socialites, there is a big disadvantage on that. That's all I
Okay.
gotta say.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Last but not least. Yeah. Um. Like do you guys like ever wish to see like like if when you look at like let's say like Nigerians, or maybe you look at like Tanzania, Diamond Platinums, like he's popular all over, but when it comes like to our artists or just our media personalities, most of them, yeah, they are only popular at home but not like international wise sometimes, like do you wish like we do you wish we had like that someone that really represented like us overseas, like let's say you go to Germany or you go to let's say Brazil, but then like let's say like when you go to Brazil, when someone hears of like Namibia, like they think of that person. Do you wish like you guys you had like someone who's representing you like international wise?
I definitely could wish for that, because most of the ones that we have, they do have popularity out there, but it's not like an international thing. Like we know Whiskey, or we know AKA Nasty C. They are known like everywhere, so we don't have that. But they do go out there. Their music is out there, but it's not just you know.
Yeah, do you wish like we had someone that like represented like the whole Namibia, like yeah, because we
Yeah.
do have them, but not really like comparing to those other countries, like let's say when you when like for like in my case, like when I hear of Tanzania, I think of Diamond Platinums, or those people like the late president of Tanzania, the late influential president of Tanzania,
Yeah.
John Pombe Magufuli. So like for you, do you think like maybe we are also seen like, do you think we are known as Namibians? Do you think we are known outside Namibia, especially when it comes to media personalities and so on?
Yeah, honestly, we're not known to that extent, but what I would say at that point is we got a lot of people who are able to do that, but we got less support in terms of music. No rich person, no rich mom or whatever boy thinks of promoting another musician to an international level. We don't support and we don't go out for things like that. But as much as our population is small like that, as much as we wish for that, all we need is the changing of the mentality of Namibians to support each other. Support local same way you support Davido and Wizkid. So we gonna be great. We that doesn't matter the population small or big, because we got those figures who got followers from all over, like intercontinental. For example, we got Delish Matthews, we got Maria. They are known Africa wide. But if they were to always post exit KC Gangster or
Okay.
KC Bearings from Katima, you see what I'm talking about? Or even
Even the ganja for these people. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
Uvenje mkwetu.
Yeah.
You see,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's what we're talking about. So that doesn't matter about population, but we wish for that. We all got to change our mentality and change our perspectives on everything we're going toward.
Okay.
That's all I gotta say.
I know. You want to add me? Okay. No. Sure.
Yeah, we have a lot of people that are really, they create hits and it goes out there. Like we have Danko. The other day I actually found out that Danko is like
Amapiano.
Musketeers. It's the Musketeers from here. You know that song Danko?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You know that? Did you know that song is a Namibian song?
Not really. Not
Yep,
really.
it's by the Musketeers.
Oh,
Yes.
that's good.
So, we have people that have hits, they, go out there, but we need to have an artist that's going to maintain that.